Hi, I'm Dave Karger. Welcome back to Turner Classic Movies and week 5 of our 6-week series, The Power of Film. Each Thursday night, we are premiering a new episode of the limited documentary series, The Power of Film, which is executive produced by Laura Gabbert and Doug Prey, who join me again. Hello to you both.
Hello.
Hi.
Great to see you. Episode 5 is called The Power of Paradox. And there's so many interesting concepts that you and Howard Suber, your former professor at UCLA, explore in this episode, one of which is the fact that the best stories all contain some kind of mystery. And that seems very obvious, but to hear it articulated in that way is kind of fascinating.
Yeah, because we love this idea of things not being what they seem. And all mysteries, and really all horror stories, you can really look at all the greatest movies really kind of embody this idea of, oh, it's not what I thought it was going to be, and how entertaining that is.
There's also this great idea of the best characters being ones that exhibit a true duality in their nature, in their entire personality. I think Oskar Schindler is used as an example of that. What do you think is at play with that concept?
I think it resonates deeply with us because we see ourselves in those dark sides too. Oskar Schindler, you see him in the beginning of the movie. He's trying to be chummy with Nazis. He's doing business deals with them. And then slowly he discovers what's really happening. And you see him change, but you see that discovery. Mm-hmm. You see him go from going with the flow of what's happening there to really taking a stand. It's an ethical decision. And Howard talks a lot about that these kind of complicated heroes need to finally make an ethical decision and move forward.
There's this idea of duality. And in this series, he talks about the yin and the yang and how it's not all black and white, that it's actually this continuum in all of us. And in the best movies, the greatest characters very much reflect that. One of the things I like about Howard's teaching is that he breaks stereotypes and he breaks expectations of what we always think. We always think every Hollywood movie has a happy ending. Well, it's often not the case in the best movies. If everything's just black and white, as Howard says in this episode, that's boring because life is not like that.
Yeah. One other academic-ish concept that gets introduced in this episode, but I think it's fascinating, is this idea of these 3 concepts, all of which start with D, that really help explain the structure of some memorable and popular films, and that's desire, deception, and discovery. And the 2 examples I'm thinking of right now that are used are Chaplin's City Lights, and then also, of course, Dustin Hoffman in Tootsie, where the desire is there, the deception is there, but as the audience member, you are craving that moment of discovery. So it really is a powerful kind of triptych of story structure, is it not?
Yeah, because there's this idea of we want something, but we can't get it, and therefore we put on a deception. We do this thing and we get in trouble. And then in the end, there's this discovery. Howard calls this the 3Ds, and it's really just a principle. It's not a hard rule, but it's just something that's very common in a lot of great stories.
Yeah, it's super satisfying as an audience member. Okay, well, let's watch episode 5 of your series, The Power of Film, and I will see you 2 next week. But right now, here is The Power of Paradox.
Next on TCM, 2001: A Space Odyssey, then The Power of Film, Episode 5, and later Metropolis. The future is now on TCM.